Sagittarius, I hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to your July reading with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. This is a general reading, and when you come across something that really resonates for you in this reading, what I'd like you to do, Sagittarius, is to place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and say yes to it. Okay, let's get right into it. In this reading, Sagittarius, we're going to look at love. We're going to look at career, money, and finance, and we're also going to look at health. And health is going to be physical health, mental health, and emotional health. So across the board. So really well-being. Okay, so getting the cards. What do we have, Sag? And we're going to start off with love. We're going to see what we have for love. If any of you are interested in learning card readings, you can always check out the links for my card reading and psychic development courses down below in the description. I'm also very excited because I'm currently working on a advanced tarot reading course. Gonna rock! So excited. So love. Let's start with love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, yes, yes. Love it, love it, love it. Slowly but certainly getting better, better, and better. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So for love, you've got the Empress, you've got the Four of Cups, and you've got the Queen of Wands. Don't be closed off to new connections. Don't be closed off to new beginnings. Don't be closed off to a new start. Things are definitely getting better, bit by bit. Things are definitely getting better bit by bit, my beautiful, beautiful Sagittarius. And you know what? I feel that it's actually a good thing that it's getting better bit by bit, because it's almost like if things happen too suddenly, it might not it might be more sort of like to your detriment. You might be doubting, can I have this? Will I keep this? Will it stay? That sort of thing I'm picking up. So I do actually get that it's a good thing that things are progressing little bit by little bit. There is a new start, a new beginning, possibly a new love connection coming in. Don't be closed off to that, whether you are with someone or whether you are single, beautiful Sagittarius, I do see a longer cycle coming to an end. All right. So whatever your relationship was with love, I wouldn't say that it was bad, but there was definitely room for improvement. And I can see that that improvement is coming in for you. It's like you're doing a 360, but it's a good 360. You know what I mean? And for some of you, especially if you've been single for a while or you've been living life in a certain way for a certain time, even with your person, they might be proposing some changes, trying something new, trying something different. And you would be like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. Just leave me alone. Whereas the direct opposite will be recommended for you. Open yourself to the possibility that things can actually work out, because I do see that potential very profoundly presenting itself. But you're going to have to really feel your emotions in order for this to work. So in order for this love connection, this beautiful connection here to work, and this is not even just with romance, even though that is stepping forward quite profoundly, it's really with anybody that's really close to your heart. There's, I don't know, it's like they're making some changes, and you are even, it feels like you are doubting that these changes will process through. You're like, well, maybe it's just talk. But I don't feel it is. So you might be dealing with someone that see, well, that, it's like they talk a good talk and they seemingly have their stuff together and their ducks in a row. But you're going like, yeah, here we go again. But I do actually feel that if you can, it's almost like if you have that sort of demeanor, then you will actually have the outcome that you expect, because you will demotivate them. But if you say, okay, let me help you, let me see how we can do this, and it doesn't even mean that you have to be there for them, just don't be against them. Everything will work out quite nicely, okay? Love, money, and career. We've got the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Changes happening here, career changes. It almost feels like you are spread too thin in some ways, like there's too much that's being expected from you. I see that you're setting the record straight with some people here. setting some clear expectations. Some people have definitely been taking your kindness for weakness here. It's almost like it's almost like I feel that you're expected to do certain things that are not your responsibility, that you are not being paid for, that is not your duty, that is not part of your role, that sort of thing. And it's not the easiest thing for you to be dealing with. In actual fact, I do see that some of you might be really doubting yourself. Saying to yourself, is this really what I should do? That sort of thing. And somebody's been lying. Somebody's been lying. Somebody's been whispering to somebody else. Somebody's been basically pulling the skin off your back. All right? And their lies are coming to the surface. Their lies are coming to light. And what I love about this so much, it's not the sort of space that becomes sort of like super conflicting, basically. It's more a space of when you realize, okay, so this is where I stand with you. And I feel that even for some of you, because it does feel that there might be a period that you might need to sort of like just stick it out and just suck it up and things like that. And I like the attitude that I'm picking up from you, Sagittarius, because there is something happening here that is of a shorter duration, in the sense that somebody's moving away. You're moving away, they're moving away, somebody's moving somewhere. And so you kind of like, you know what, I know that now, so I know, what you are and where you're at, and I'm not even going to bother. So I see you not, the other person may possibly vaguely suspect that you might be aware of it, but I don't see you even caring too much and, trying to establish your point, and you're like, whatever, that sort of thing. And something about this reading feels a little cold and a little distant. It's almost like you're not allowing yourself to feel what you feel, sort of thing, maybe. Because even as I'm doing it, I feel so distant from it. Like it's, um, if you imagine that you're not really familiar with tarot, you're not really psychic, and you just tell people all sorts of random stuff, and it doesn't really matter what you say, you're just trying to make them feel good and whatever. It feels almost like that, you know. Um, so you tell me. But anyway, for health, we've got Three of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. So you are done playing second best. I feel there's a lot of heart healing that has happened. You have faced very difficult times alone, and many people weren't even aware of it. And you are now in the space where you can really decide what you want with your life. How do you want to feel? How do you want to go forward? What do you want to do? It's very much a clean slate. And, I still see that those people that were sort of like benefiting from you, sort of like selling yourself short, they might still be trying their luck with you a second time, and you're like, no, it's not going to happen, leaving them a little confused, because why isn't what worked before working now, type of thing. You know what I mean? Let's clarify, Sag, and let's see what's going on. Let's see what we've got going there for you. So we're clarifying love first to see what's happening over there for you, my beautiful Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know about love? What do they need to know about love? If you're going to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, my beautiful Sagittarius. Trust me when I tell you, I'll appreciate it with all of my heart. Okay? So you've got the Seven of Wands, the Star energy, which is Aquarius energy, and then Tower energy, Mars energy. People have this idea with Mars energy that it's this horrible, terrible thing that's taking place. But it's more of a, now I'm not really going to get into this because it's going to get too detailed, but it's almost like when you look at the tree of life, which is what tarot is based on, there's like that spark that runs through it. And so in many ways, especially with love, it seems like things have been sort of latent, dormant, balls up in the air type of thing, or you know what I mean, like all over the place type of thing, hanging in the air type of thing. And it's almost like you got to a point where you're like, no, not going to do that anymore. So I feel that even for some of you, you may be in a connection or dealing with someone that it's not necessarily going backwards, but it's not necessarily going, forwards either. And I feel that you are setting the record You know, you are setting the record very, very straight here, Sagittarius. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I'm open for. This is what I'm available for. This is what I'm not available for. So even, and this may start as a heavy confrontation. It might be quite a heavy exchange of energies. But it's wonderful because it's almost like it's almost like a wound that needed to be opened to get some air. Things needed to be said here, and it's getting some light. And you know, it's a dynamic change. And whereas it may initially seem like something that could derail everything, it's actually like a breath of fresh air that is finally coming in with the situation, and now things are beginning to feel more on the flow. For some reason, I'm getting like a pressure headache, like you know, like you get those headaches, like it's right in the middle of your head. That a person normally gets from like maybe you didn't sleep enough or you got a lot of stress or something like that. It feels like that, you know, like very almost like claustrophobic in a way, like you know when you're in a room that has maybe been painted and it feels very uncomfortable in a way, but you know it feels almost like that. But there is a change here that's taking place. Let's draw you one more card for that change. Seven of Swords. The person that you're dealing with hasn't been playing, or hasn't been you will see this as lying. They haven't been fully transparent with you. They haven't played, how do I say it? They didn't divulge all information. That sort of thing, basically. Okay? That's what I get here. And I get that for many of you, you're very much on the border of, do I give them another chance or not? Okay, because this is somebody that you trusted. And I see that you are, so that is why I see that you're not speaking, because you're looking at this person and you sort of like sussing them out to see, was this just a once-off thing? Were they just going through a difficult time? Or is this a more pathological sort of thing? Okay, to sort of like determine whether you include them or move forward and sort of like just gently separate away from them. Okay. Let's look at finances, health, and career. So we've got Justice energy, Libra energy, Hermit energy, Virgo energy, and then the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. So things are evening out in the workspace for you. There's certain things that you are worried about. They're getting evened out. Some of you are worrying about things for the sake of worrying. You don't really have to worry about it. It's almost like there's other people that are taking care of it. And if there's one thing you want to do for yourself in the month of July, my beautiful Sagittarius, if it ain't your concern, if it ain't your problem, if it ain't your concern, then make it your problem, basically. Okay? If it ain't your concern, don't make it your problem. Okay? And I feel that it feels like there's, again, with your workspace, there's betrayal. There's been little behind your back here. There's been, you know, as I said, the skin has been pulled off your back. And I wouldn't necessarily say that maybe you were 100% innocent, but this is one of those things that could have been quite easily resolved had someone just come to you and spoken openly to you about it. Okay? So it's almost like you are contemplating what to do that during the month of July, but also it's giving you some of your options that you thought, well, I thought this is my friend, I thought this is my person, and now you realize it's not. What I do like is I see you just saying, okay, well, then I separate from that, you know? And sometimes it can be a negative thing, Sagittarius, but not in your case. Not here, not July, okay? Just leaving people to their own devices, sort of thing. You know, let the truth bring itself out. Let's see what we've got for health. So you've got the Daughter of Pentacles, so Page of Pentacles, Father of Cups, so it's the King of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles for health. So health is definitely looking up for you. Definitely. Definitely, beyond the shadow of a doubt. I see you following good regimes, making good decisions, and it's like, you know, you're, like when we're good on the inside, it obviously shines through on the outside. And it's like you're becoming radiant on the outside. You know, the person with maybe the love situation, they see you in a different light. The job situation, you know, they see you in a different light. And because of that, they see your value, which is what you needed all along. So things change for you quite fast and quite positively. There's also possibly a big financial injection that is happening here for you, quite a substantial one, actual fact, which might be what is actually saving your relationship, your connection. So your connection might be saved by money. All right, an opportunity. There's a good opportunity here that's opening for you. All right, so let's see what do we have for you. General message from the universe. The Emperor popped out in reverse. The Moon, Pisces energy, and then the Eight of Wands. So I don't necessarily see you cutting any ties. You know, I see you saying, okay, this is how I feel. This is how I'll approach you going forward. I know you're on my side. I know you're not on my side. And still, people are trying to pile stuff on top, for you. You also want to be careful. Making peace is one thing. Groveling is a different thing. Okay. Be careful, Sagittarius. There's one thing that you want to look out for during July, that you don't sacrifice yourself for the so-called greater good. Okay. So I hope that helps. That's what I got. Thanks for your time. I'll see you next time.